Hello, and this is Sir Alexander with another Starcraft 2 battle report. In the last game, we saw that BanChees did a 4-gate and very successfully destroyed Astarwulf. Astarwulf was really down and really didn't have much of a chance in that game because he went for a Ghost Academy instead of going for a factory to try and get siege tanks. But he didn't know that the 4-gate was coming, so we can't really blame him all that much. Ghost Academy can be a very good choice because you can get cloaking done early on and completely destroy the Protoss if they don't have a robotics bay or observers up. So right now, this is game 2 in this best of 3 between these two, who are both the top players in this game. Looks like Astarwulf is going to be walling off at this larger location, which is sometimes a really good option for the Terrans. But I don't know. If you can pull it off, it's great. If not, then not. The probe is not choosing to come into the base to scout. He probably will now that SCV is attacking him. I'm not sure, or maybe he'll just run away. But so Astarwulf lost, and so he got to pick the next map, and he chose Lost Temple. Really, that's a no-brainer for the Terran. If you lose in your first game, I would just say, yeah, go ahead and pick Lost Temple because of high ground. You can put siege tanks up here, or what you can also do is build a proxy factory, like right here, lift it off, land it here, and build the tech lab. So we do see he is putting up 2 bunkers, a very good choice, though I think he needs a supply depot right there to finish that wall in. Or maybe he doesn't. That zealot will run away, not being able to get in. We'll take control over this tower. A very good thing to do is to get that tower. Putting a supply depot back here. I guess that's a complete wall in. Yeah, it looks like a complete wall in. Anyways, he's pumping out Marines, a good choice. That was his mistake last game, is he didn't have any Marines, he didn't have any bunkers. I'm sorry, he had 3 Marines, but he didn't have any bunkers. So we see a very late refinery going up. BanChees' assimilator is already fully up and running. Looks like, well, I guess that's not too late of a refinery. Never mind. Anyways, but he does fully saturate it, and nothing much happening right now. Looks like on the tech he's going 3 barracks actually, along with taking his expansion. So interesting tech here. He's going to go for 3 Raxes. He'll probably get some tech labs or reactor core. He might be doing 2 reactor cores in a tech lab and do a Marine Marauder push. We do see that BanChees has gone for 4-gate. He's got 3. What are these called? Hang on. He has 3 gateways up, warp gates, I'm sorry. He has 3 gateways up right now, and he's chrono boosting warp gate technology. So he's pumping out these units. He'll probably be able to take down the supply depot. He could, well, he could do a run-by right here, but it looks like Astarwulf is worried about that. He is putting up another bunker, and he's going to have a very defendable position pretty soon. Their 2 stalkers will come up. He really needs to take his Marines and put them on the high ground. He could totally ward off those stalkers because they do not have sight. But he does have a bunch of Marines out. No tech labs or reactor cores yet. I think there's a little bit of a mismanagement. There goes his tech lab. 2 supply drops. Not sure that I agree with that either. But I guess if you're wanting to save your money for Marines and do supply drops instead of mules, then I guess I could see that. And also try and not get mined out. Astarwulf is taking out these rocks. A very good choice. He could take his first expansion as the gold, which would be very powerful. If he can pull this off, it's going to pay off. If he messes up and, well, let's see, factory going up. If he messes up, this is going to be very costly, especially since I think siege tanks sitting right here can probably pound it. And I think that that's too far. I don't think that they can reach that, though. But they can keep these assimilators down, and I know they can hit the probes on this side. And again, you can drop them on this high ground and hit them on this side. So right here, we see that these guys are going to make a push. That bunker is going to go down pretty fast. There are a whole slew of Marines here, along with a 1 Lonely Reaper. I wonder if he's putting out more. Actually, no, we see nothing on production for him except for a reactor. So doubtless he'll be going for Hellions. This Reaper is probably just going to run in the back and do some harassment. Looks like he could really get away with it until some units got warped in. Usually you want to wait until you have 2 or 3 of these. 2 more supply drops. He must really be... I'm not sure why he's doing supply drops and not mules. Maybe he just doesn't want to mine himself out or anything. That's a bunch of Marines and Marauders. Does he have concussion shells? That's the real question. Yes, he does. These Zealots are stuck behind the line. That bunker's going to go down. But remember that at this time, he hasn't lost a single Marine yet. Well, I think he lost 3 there. 4. So he's lost 5 Marines in total because that bunker is protecting those Marines on the inside. Very powerful thing there. He stims up, is going to chase these guys out. Force field goes down, but doesn't do much, and looks like he'll be taken down by these mass stalkers. Those Marauders are going to do a lot of damage to those stalkers, but he wisely decides to pull back and gain the cover of the bunkers, so the stalkers will attack that bunker, which can be repaired. So if we look on the units lost tab, it looks like BanChees is really far behind. He's lost over 1,000 more, but he has this gold. So if we look on the income tab, doubtless he's going to be catching up and surpassing Astarwulf. But can he do it fast enough? Because he's been behind for quite a while now. While Astarwulf was sitting on 2 fully saturated bases, he was only 1 basing it. Not to mention there's a Reaper that's going to come in here and try and get some harassment done. So will he be able to pull this off? More guys pushing in, but that's too many Marauders. I don't know that he can stand up to that force in the field right now. And no, those Marauders do an impressive 20 damage versus armor, whereas Zealots only do 15 even with that 1-1 weapons upgrade. So another reactor core coming down. We have 2 tech labs and medevacs on the way. Sorry, I thought those were BanChees. We have a factory with a tech lab. We have two Raxes with reactor cores and 2 Raxes with tech labs, and a engineering bay going up. Medevacs coming out, which will be able to heal these guys so he can stim them and then just heal them. These guys are just sitting out here at this proxy pylon location. He really needs to saturate this expansion if he's going to get any further, because right now we can see that Astarwulf is in the lead as far as the mineral count. He has 49 harvesters over BanChees is 33, but BanChees does have, I think, somewhere around 12 guys there. He's going to try and push back again, but he really needs to stop pushing here. I don't think he can keep this up, and it's not going to be long before Astarwulf realizes that he's going to be able to push out and take on this army in the field. He's pumping out units, I think. Oh, wait. No, maybe he's not producing anything. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not producing any units, and he does see he can take them in the field. He's pushing out. That's a Zealots being warped in. But he does have concussion shells, so he's backing up, healing his troops, taking out those Zealots one by one. Those Stalkers are out of range. He takes them all down, will be able to heal up his guys, and he's going to charge back again and take out this proxy pylon. Marauders are amazing against Stalkers, so he's going to be able to take all of them out. 2 Stalkers are being warped into play, but that's not going to do any good. And this proxy pylon will go down, and this expansion will shortly follow. He really needed to have saturated that expansion. He's desperately trying to hang on to this, but he's able to. Wait a minute. I didn't think about that. Astarwulf has seen the expansion, so doubtless he'll be pushing right back down into there soon. He probably thinks that BanChees has cannons up, so he might be a little bit hesitant. He might wait and gather up his forces and try and do a drop, or maybe he's just forgotten about it. We do see that he has a lot of medevacs and a Viking just in case there are void rays coming. Lots of Zealots out here. Not very good against Marauders, though, because they can launch those concussion shells. Right now, I think High Templar are the best choice. He's sticking to this, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gate pinned out. This expansion is going down, and this has got to be GG. He really needed to have tech switched to High Templar when he saw that he was being out-resourced, and probably expanded somewhere like right here or something. Thrown up an expansion all the way across the map, because there are so many Marauders out right now, and all with concussion shells. That Marauder will be taken down. But, I mean, there's just so many units and so many medevacs on the field right now. He's not going to be able to take this, and doubtless no siege tanks yet. It looks like he's got an armory, so he might put out Thors, which would be very effective. Thors are always effective against, like, everything except for Immortals. BanChees is trying to take this expansion, but it is way too late, and I don't think he'll be able to do that. There is a coming out here who's doubtless is queued up to all these places to scout them all. Very good move. Fight going on here, and BanChees is going to be taken out. And he calls the GG. Good game. So right here we saw that BanChees waited. He had the hold, but he built a whole slew of gateways. I don't know that he needed that many, and I think he did techs as well. Yes, and he teched, instead of taking an expansion, he took this expansion, but he didn't saturate it, and he fell behind on the minerals and was just outproduced and muscled out by Astarwulf, who did Marauders. Really, what he needed to have done was tech switch to High Templar and started Psystorm, which is very effective. Maybe Colossus, but not so sure. Void Rays might have been pretty effective because there really aren't that many Marines on the map, especially to come in here and hit some of these command centers. But so right now it is 1-1, and we will see who wins this best of 3 and who will remain number 1 and who will drop to number 2 the RPG.net tournament.